All right, y'all, we got some crazy news today where it seems like Riot was actually going to release a Smash Brothers Melee like platform fighter type game, but it seems like it then dropped in development. Now, this happened earlier, that it was dropped earlier this year around May, this article says, but want to get into this and actually talk about this. You know, I like having discussions, so let's go ahead and discuss this. So it says that Riot Games cancels pool party, unannounced Smash Brothers style fighting game. So we see that Riot has some stuff cooking. Not only were they trying to do 2 SKO, but they also had something else chefing in the background that they were going to bring to the fighting game scene. Seems like Riot is really trying to get into this fighting game space. They was doing 2 SKO and a Smash Brothers style game. Legit. It says Riot Games council work on a prototype platform fighter codenamed Pool Party in late May, according to a current and former Riot Games employees familiar with the decision. Approximately 70 to 80 employees were working on the game when it was shuttered. So basically 70 to 80 people, that's a decent sized team working on that game. Sources familiar with the project described the original pitch for the Pool Party as a platform fighter in the vein of Smash Brothers Melee set in the League of Legends universe. Riot Games saw an opportunity to build and support the game's esports scene, unlike Nintendo, which is notoriously hands-off and even hostile towards the competitive Smash scene ecosystem. I said that a little bit wrong, but the Smash competitive ecosystem. Now, you see they taking shots already, because it is known that Nintendo, when it comes to their fighting game scene, when it comes to their competitive scene, they really seem like they don't care. They've been known to be sniping events, telling people they can't play stuff. They're the reason why Smash Brothers isn't at Evo right now, because they simply just seem like they don't care about when it comes to the competitive scene of their games. It seems like they just gonna destroy it in any way, form, or fashion if it's something that they can't fully 100% control. But also notice it says they wanted it to be similar to Melee, not just Smash in general, but Melee. Now we know Melee is a 20+ year old game that the scene really continues to play, because it was known as more so one of the more competitive mechanic styled Smash Brothers. Now Nintendo will let you know that there was more so of an accident. It wasn't meant to be that way, but it holds strong. We know Nintendo 64 is the original. It's not gonna be that, you know, broken in and stuff like that as far as like playing the competitive. Then we went to Brawl. We know how people feel about Brawl in the scene. They feel like it's probably one of the most trash ones when it comes to actually competitive. But we done a video on this. I feel like Brawl was probably one of the best Smash Brothers ever released, when you take everything in totality. But you know, when it comes to competitive, people ain't messing with it. Now you know you got Nintendo 3DS and Wii U version, and then you got the Ultimate. Now Ultimate has been doing fantastic for forever. People really love that game and everything. But you see specifically they said Melee is the one that's been holding on strong for forever in the competitive scene, and the one that is really like regarded as like god tier Smash. They even have, like, you know, gone down in history the god tier Smash players in that scene: Hungry Box, Mango, all those other people. It says Pool Party's cancellation was precipitated in part by a reassessment of consumer appetite for a Smash competitor. According to sources familiar with the project's development, executives at Riot were spooked by what they perceived as a failure of Multiverses, a free-to-play fighting game starring characters from franchises owned by Warner Brothers. Now, that's a lot to unpack here. We know when it came to Multiverses that basically when it was first released and stuff like that in its beta form, a lot of people really didn't like it because they had to spend so much money into that game. Then they went on hiatus after people had spent so much money into the game. Then they finally decided to come back, and then now it seems like the game is at a point where some stuff going on people really don't like. They made the characters bigger, so the screen seems more zoomed in. You know, they keep doing updates and everything like that. A lot of people are really kind of down bad on that banana character that was in there. That's like, why not really go with a character that will get more people into the scene, more engagement, somebody that people actually care about. So there's some things going on with Multiverses that, you know, and then, you know, originally when it came out, the player base fell off really hard, and it seems like it might still be falling off a little now. Y'all let me know. But you know, people kind of been having a sour taste with Multiverses. But one thing I'll say is hard with the platform fighting scene, and this is one reason why Multiverses is so criticized. When it comes to Smash is just, it's just up there. It's really just never gonna be topped. It's just the grandfather of this, and it's just the epitome of what people want platform fighters to be. Everything that comes out, it gets compared to Smash, and it's really unfair because Smash is never going to be dethroned. People will probably be still playing Ultimate 10 years from now. People are still going to be playing Melee 10 years from now. Like, Nintendo just did such an amazing job with that game. It's just kind of unfair that stuff gets compared to it, but we know that's how it is. If you come out with a 2D fighting game similar to Street Fighter, they're going to compare it to Street Fighter. If you come out with a new 3D fighting game, they're going to compare it to Tekken. They're going to compare it to Virtual Fighter. You're going to get compared to the whoever came before you, who did it the best, that made this genre what it is. We know 2SKO is coming out. It's going to get compared to Marvel. It just is what it is. And it's kind of unfair because Multiverse not really being as good as Smash kind of hurt it. And they're basically saying the same thing here. They looked at the scene's appetite for it, and it's not like Smash has gone anywhere. It's just getting bigger and bigger. So it's not like people are fiending for another platform fighter. Originally envisioned as a hardcore fighting game, which Melee, we know Melee was more so closely seen as a competitive fighting game, the pitch for Pool Party changed over the course of development, shifting to include party game elements and casual friendly mechanics, probably because they wanted to get as many people as they can to play the game. You know, when it comes to casuals, they don't want to feel like it's so serious all the time. A lot of them don't like that. The change in scope and vision frustrated some staff on the project. So I mean, that's kind of understandable when you come in with a pitch and a vision of what you want something to be originally, and that's what get everybody on board, and then next thing you know, you're changing stuff. A lot of people are probably not gonna like that. Pool Party bears no relation to the other fighting game under development at Riot Games, the 2v2 team-based fighter 2SKO. The developer is still working on the latter title, which is slated to release in 2025. So we're gonna look at some tweets of, you know, people, what they're talking about as far as like in the scene. So we got Avatar Yaya here saying Riot was not going to sit there and take it's just another Melee clone like y'all do with every other platform fighter that's not Smash. So basically, it's kind of like what I said. No matter what type of platform fighter you release, it's gonna get compared to Smash. And I mean, it just is what it is. I mean, and it's always gonna be, because let's be honest, they're just not gonna release nothing that's gonna be Smash. Smash isn't going nowhere. Smash is forever. You know, I mean, if you want to include Smash like just in overall fighting games, when it comes to like impact, legacy, what it done for the scene, everything, I mean, Smash is bringing in new people every year. They have no lack of people coming into the game. Like, Smash is Mount Rushmore. It's a Mount Rushmore IP, like top 4 all time. And I mean, you can, if somebody said is number 1, you know, like, I guess Street Fighter would really give it a run for its money, but you could say it's 1A, 1B. Smash is up there. So, you know, it's just going to be unfair that people are going to compare. It's not going to be Smash, and it just sucks that people are going to keep comparing it to it. We see right here, Gutek says, wow, and I thought I was salty the way Multiverses turned out. Riot apparently went and canned an entire game. So, basically what we're seeing with Multiverses, I mean, other than Smash for a long time, really, there was no other platform fighter anybody was playing. Like, period. And so we come into this new age where PlayStation Battle Royale All-Stars come out, Brawlhalla and all this other stuff come out. There are games that have done really, really well. PlayStation All-Stars not one of them. But at the end of the day, it just hadn't been able to chip anywhere near any type of armor off Smash Brothers. So it just is what it is. And Riot basically saw that and they was just like, look, I mean, are we really trying to, you know, get in this? Because, yeah, they say Ultimate is the last Smash Brother, but I mean, you know, it ain't like buku money ain't to be made, so it's not like they probably can't. They tell Sakurai like, hey, here go a truckload of money. You coming back? He probably will come back. Someone else says here, sure, it probably would have fallen into the same. Feels nothing like Melee. I'm going back. Feels so much like Melee. I might as well go play Melee instead. Trap. A bunch of other people got snagged on, but I would have actually been super down for this. So you have some people that would have actually supported it, but even they still realize like Smash it's just too much. It's just too much. So y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section down below. What do y'all think about this? Would y'all had wanted this? Are really is really the fighting game scene? Do they really care that much about, you know, the League of Legends universe that they would like to see these so many different games with all these different, with these same, you know, characters in it? Y'all let me know in the comment section down below.